There are all sorts of coffee blends out there in the world right now. In fact, that's part of the fun. Going out there and finding the right coffee flavor for you is exciting, because once you taste that perfect brew, everything can go up from there. That being said, it's possible that you've never tried some of the best coffee blends out there. For example, have you ever considered trying out Turkish coffee? It's totally understandable if you haven't, but if you wanted to, how would you go and make it? Allow us to show you how to brew Turkish coffee. 6. What is Turkish coffee? Turkish coffee is a method of coffee preparation that originated in Middle Eastern and European countries, including Turkey, Iran, and Greece. It's made by combining finely ground coffee beans with water, and often sugar, and bringing the liquid to a frothy, foaming stage, just below boiling. Turkish coffee is traditionally brewed in a pot called a cezve, though any small pot will do. After it reaches the desired stage, the brew, including the coffee grinds, is distributed into cups. The coffee grind powder sinks to the bottom of the cup, and the remaining liquid is consumed. Leaving the coffee unfiltered results in a much higher caffeine concentration compared to other preparation methods. Turkish coffee can be served unsweetened, but is usually prepared with moderate amounts of sugar. The spice cardamom is another common addition to Turkish coffee. 5. Potential benefits. Since Turkish coffee is stronger than many other types of coffee, it may provide several health benefits.
Oh, so cute!
Yes, we know that sounds weird since this is indeed just coffee, but it's not as odd as you think when you hear of these potential benefits. May enhance athletic performance. Caffeine is a well-studied natural stimulant that can boost athletic and mental performance. Turkish coffee provides a highly concentrated dose of caffeine that may be particularly beneficial to athletes. A study in 20 athletes found that participants who consumed caffeinated Turkish coffee experienced significant performance benefits, including reaction time and energy levels, compared to those who drank decaffeinated Turkish coffee. Contains beneficial compounds. Since it's unfiltered, Turkish coffee may contain higher levels of the beneficial compounds found in traditionally brewed coffee. Coffee beans contain beneficial compounds like chlorogenic acids, which are types of polyphenol antioxidants that provide health benefits. For example, chlorogenic acids have been shown to improve inflammation, blood sugar, cholesterol levels, and high blood pressure. A study showed that coffee prepared using finely ground coffee beans contained higher amounts of chlorogenic acids than coffee made with larger-sized grounds. Coffee contains other powerful compounds as well, including diterpenoids, which may reduce inflammation, fight infection, and support heart health. May protect against mental decline. Consuming caffeinated coffee may protect your brain against certain neurological conditions, such as Alzheimer's disease. For instance, a review of 11 studies in over 29,000 people found that those who consumed the most coffee had a 27% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. 6 trusted source. Other studies have shown that coffee intake may reduce the risk of stroke, Parkinson's disease, and dementia as well. May have protective effects against certain diseases. Drinking coffee may help you reduce your risk of certain diseases, including diabetes and heart disease. A review of 18 studies demonstrated that every cup of coffee consumed per day was associated with a 7% reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Another study found that regular consumption of 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day is associated with a 15% reduction in heart disease risk. Habitual coffee consumption has also been linked to a lower risk of depression, liver cancer, endometrial cancer, and liver cirrhosis. Addition of cardamom may provide further benefits. Turkish coffee is often prepared using cardamom, a tasty spice that has been linked to several advantages to health. For example, cardamom contains powerful antioxidants that can help reduce inflammation and thus lower your risk of chronic disease. One study in rats showed that cardamom extract effectively inhibited inflammatory compounds such as TNF-A, tumor necrosis factor, and IL-6, interleukin 6. Cardamom may also help fight cancer in mice, and cardamom essential oil has antibacterial properties. 4. Potential drawbacks. Although Turkish coffee may provide impressive health benefits, it has some potential drawbacks. It's regularly sweetened with sugar, which can have a negative impact on health. While occasionally drinking a sweetened coffee won't harm your health, regular consumption of any sugary beverage can increase your risk of several health issues, such as obesity, high triglyceride levels, and type 2 diabetes. To avoid consuming too much sugar, drink Turkish coffee, or any coffee for that matter, without added sugar. Using spices like cardamom or cinnamon and sugar alternatives like stevia in your coffee can help enhance flavor without added sugar. Another potential downside to Turkish coffee is its high caffeine content. Some people who are sensitive to the effects of caffeine may experience sleep disruptions, anxiety, and other side effects when drinking caffeinated coffee. What's more, caffeine can raise blood pressure. Therefore, people with high blood pressure may want to avoid this particularly strong type of coffee. Finally, Turkish coffee and other unfiltered types of coffee contain cafestol, a diterpenoid that may raise blood cholesterol and triglyceride levels. 3. How to make Turkish coffee. Follow these steps to make it at home. 1. To make 2 cups of Turkish coffee, grind coffee beans into a fine powder using a hand-operated or electric grinder. 2. Mix 4 heaping teaspoons of coffee grinds and sugar, if desired, into a small pot containing 1 cup of cold, filtered water. 3. Heat the mixture over medium-low heat. When the coffee sinks to the bottom of the pot, stir the ingredients a few times, being careful not to overmix it. 5. Heat the mixture until a thick foam appears, right before the boiling stage. Pour the mixture into small cups and spoon any excess foam on top of the coffee. 7. Allow the grinds to settle to the bottom of the cup before enjoying. Although not necessary, sugar and cardamom can be added to the brew, depending on your individual taste. 2. Appreciated all over. Rich and highly caffeinated, Turkish coffee is enjoyed in many countries around the world. It's unfiltered, so it has a higher concentration of caffeine and other beneficial compounds that may provide several health benefits. However, people who are sensitive to caffeine may want to avoid this particularly strong type of coffee. The best part for coffee lovers is that Turkish coffee is simple to make and can be brewed in the comfort of your own kitchen. Finally, Turkish coffee and other unfiltered types of coffee contain cafestol, a diterpenoid that may raise blood cholesterol and triglyceride levels. 1. Other coffees to try. If you're looking for something else though, here are some other coffee brews you might want to try. Café au lait. In France, equal parts of steamed milk and strong hot coffee are combined to make the perfect mellow beverage known as a café au lait. Prepare this easy recipe at home and serve it at a traditional French breakfast with flaky croissants, or as an after-brunch coffee with a single square of dark chocolate. Your guests will think they've been transported to a sidewalk cafe in Paris. This recipe makes 1 serving, but the proportions can be increased for multiple cups of this gentle pick-me-up. In Spain, this identical drink is known as café con leche, while Germans call it milk coffee. Vegans need not feel left out of this café au lait recipe. For those who like to eat their coffee for dessert, don't miss this café au lait crème brûlée. Cuban coffee. Cuban coffee is sweet, rich, and delicious. Traditionally, it's served after dinner, and there's no need for dessert when you're sharing this beverage with family and friends. It requires a special technique that creates shots of espresso with a thick layer of foamy cream on top. Unlike other espresso drinks, the crema is created with sugar, not milk, and you don't need to have an expensive espresso machine in the kitchen to make it. To make Cuban coffee, a 6-cup or 9-cup stovetop espresso maker, or maca pot, works best. Brewing the coffee is easy, and fine ground Cuban coffee makes it authentic. Freshly ground coffee beans work just as well. There are a couple of tricks to transforming sugar into the perfect crema, and it does take practice. First, watch the pot and use the first tablespoon or so of coffee that's brewed. It's concentrated and almost like coffee sludge. ideal for whisking with sugar to create the thick paste known as espuma or espumita. To get the desired consistency, you need to whip the mix for a couple of minutes. It takes patience and muscle, but the resulting coffee is worth it. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Turkish coffee? Why you should go and try it out, and what are the benefits to it? Have you honestly ever tried out Turkish coffee before? Do you think it's something that you might want to go and try out now? Or do you think you'll stick to the brands that you've enjoyed before? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time on the channel.